Hey, Elizabeth. I've enjoyed reading this, and I'm now into the sort of first phase of you summarizing things. And a pattern that you will want to follow because these kinds of reviews are difficult for the reader to take in. There's a lot of information, as you know. So, yeah, I just reworded this a bit. 10 out of 74 studies address the use of social media for informal language learning with vocabulary and pronunciation improvement, learner confidence, cognitive engagement, and intrinsic motivation emerging as themes. Now, you write two nice paragraphs. However, really what you need is four paragraphs, with the first one focusing on this, the second one focusing on this, the third one focusing on this, and the final one focusing on this. Um, Weaving all of those things into one paragraph, um, it's difficult for the reader to sort of identify the thing. So, for example, you have across platforms, informal social media most often support vocabulary and to a lesser degree pronunciation, which is why I put I reversed the order here because you've emphasized that. And then group chats across different cultural contexts demonstrated improvements in vocabulary. Okay, so that's still that one. For example, which is good, beyond social media chats, learners frequently turn to visual content such as Instagram to connect cross-culturally with communities and influencers, enhance their language learning. So there's still I'm going to say that's maybe broadly speaking vocabulary still. And then Zhang Romero found that Chinese students access resources through influencers and posts and da da da. In these cases, the social intelligence group chat created low-risk, supportive environments, directed language practice, and enhanced learner confidence. Now, you see what you've done here is you've kind of brought in this confidence thing here, but you didn't present that as a specific theme. You just kind of snuck it in. And then we move into additional sort of exposure to social media proved valuable for language development. Now, then I went up to this list here and I thought, where's language development? And then I wasn't sure what it was, where you were still talking about vocabulary. It didn't seem like it was cognitive engagement. And that's the main, see, the first sentence is the main leader. And then adolescents use videos to build vocabulary. Okay, so that's still on vocabulary. And then Kim demonstrated fans expose frequently word combinations. Um, right, so that's vocabulary, I guess. Among students, units further extended offering but supplementary resource opportunity to build cultural and linguistic. So you see, it's interesting. Culture isn't part of this sort of theme here. And so I think either you need to, yeah, you need to be much clearer in the themes you have. They need to be clearly labeled, and then the research you present has to just naturally follow those labels. Okay, so it's not that you can't use these sentences. It's just that they need to be organized under key themes. So the first theme, now pronunciation doesn't seem to have. Um, Evidence here within this, so I'm not sure if it's vocabulary. And then you have something about language development. Of course, I'm not sure if that's like vocabulary or whether that's structure. So maybe that's another area. So maybe reevaluate and look at the themes just to make sure that you have clear themes. They can be nicely partitioned into separate paragraphs of research referring to that theme.